How are we doing, everyone? Miggy here, and today we've got a special video. This is new knife day for me. If any of you know, and if any of you have been watching my, Instagram stories and whatever, you know that I went to the knife store today, and you know that I picked up two knives. This is the first one. This is a Kizer Feist, which was designed by Justin Lundquist, I think. Anyway, that's coming. Now, we're going to do a little bit of a review later on, but I just wanted to share kind of the unboxing experience with you guys and my first thoughts on the unit. This was purchased from S&R Knives, so if you guys are ever in Toronto, ever in Canada or whatever, go check them out. This isn't a sponsored video or anything, but like 90% of my knives are purchased from them. I purchased a leak from them. I purchased a, what is this again? A pub from them. I purchased this, this steel will, what is this? The Intrigue. I had purchased the steel will cut jack from them, which I don't have at the moment. I purchased this Griptilian and put my own scales on it, but I purchased this Griptilian from them. They sent me this 940, which was crazy. The bug out they sent to me. I purchased this Kershaw Volt, if I'm not mistaken, that should be what it is, Kershaw Volt, from them, and I actually was put on to the Para 3, this is actually my first Spyderco, Para 3 from their sales guy. Dylan, if you're watching this, thank you, man. This was an amazing, amazing, amazing recommendation. I love this knife, and that's something about, going to a store, going to a place where people love what they do, where they love what they have. They just know their knives better. They just know who you are better, and they can give you better recommendations on stuff to carry. So this is more about, go to your local knife store. Don't bother with, ordering it off of Amazon. Screw that. Buy it from your local knife store. I was saying, I ordered this thing online, and when it came in through the door, they had definitely loosened the pivot up a little bit for me, right, so that it would open up nicely, because here in Canada, these actually come really tightened down from the factory. So I don't know if that's the same in the States, but here in Canada they do that. I think it's to get them here easier, so that they don't open during shipping or something like that. I don't know, but they definitely tightened these. So they had loosened that for me. They had made sure that the blade centering was really on point, and I mean, it still is. 940, really nice knife. We got a review coming, but yeah, they had talked, or they had done all that, and something about the level of service. They don't just send you whatever, right? When I was picking up this bug out, I had gone through one or two bug outs, looking at them in the store with them. And this isn't really about Benchmade or anything, but they were having some trouble with blade centering, the ones that were there. So we opened up a couple of boxes and went through it, made sure that we got the one that was really well centered. And then they loosened up the pivot for me, and they put a little blue lube in there when I was there, just to make sure that when I left, I had a really great working knife. Love this. There's a review coming, I promise. Yeah, go to your local knife store, because it shows. It shows in the quality of service. It shows in the care that they take for their customers. Anyway, we're going to do this now. We're going to open this box up, and one thing I noticed. Now, I have opened this box because I wanted to make sure that I was getting a knife that was good quality, and they let me. And granted, open this box. This was the first knife I opened, and this is the first knife I went home with. I mean, this thing was perfect out of the box. Look at this. It's like an armoire. It's like a closet, two-door kind of thing. It's got handles embossed on there, and it's just, that's so extra. It's never gonna have, I'm never gonna need it again, but that's nice. Some paperwork here. I'm not really gonna open that here. And then we've got the actual knife, which is in this pouch, which, again, I don't think I'm going to use the pouch for anything, but hey, thank you. And here she is. So, I have been a knife collector for not very long. I've been looking at knives for a few years. I've probably been into knives for 8 years, and I have been looking at this knife probably seriously for the last 2 years. When I first saw this knife, I was absolutely enamored with it. And having it in my hand and seeing it in person, just, it started this love, or this yearning for this knife. And can you blame me? Look at it. This thing is so refined. The weight of it in your hand feels really nice. It's not heavy, but it's also not, chintzy feeling. It feels like it's got some weight to it. It's got some density, And there's obviously perceived value in that, right? Now, first thing I'm noticing right off of the bat is this clip is non-reversible with no option for tip up or tip down carry. You carry it the way that it comes. Right hand, tip up, which to me is the right way to carry it anyway. So fight me. But refined. Just milled titanium clip, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a really nice clip. I am liking that clip a lot. And just looking at the scales, this has gone through a couple of different processes of machining. I don't know them all, but I'm sure that it has happened. Obviously, they would have had it, cut for the shape. But then, if you notice, I don't know if it shows very well on the camera, but this knife is not perfectly flat. It's got a bit of a curvature to it here. Then, on top of that, this entire rim has been filleted. So it's got a nice soft feeling here, right all the way around. The inside has also been milled a little bit, from what I can tell. It's been broken, the edge has been broken. Similar to what I was saying about the Para 3. It's been broken. There's no hard corner here for you to catch on, right? On top of that, the finish on here, the whole thing feels soft, even though it's a hard titanium. The roundness of it and the stonewash finish on here just gives it a very soft kind of feeling. I don't know how better to describe it, but it's a very soft feeling. The spine here, right? The spine is rounded, and it's more rounded than I thought it would be. But it's basically a full radius on here. Just completely rounded off all the way to the tip from the looks of it. Which is, wow, I'm liking that. That feels premium. But everything about this knife just feels really refined. Now, I'm just gonna mention here, I know that most of my knives and most of everything that I carry, it's all a little bit more, what would you call it? It's a little bit more work-oriented, whereas this is a little bit different. It's not work-oriented at all. And my excuse is that I wanted a knife for going to weddings, going to fancier events and that sort of thing, and this was what I came up with. Now, this is a front flipper. I've never ever had a front flipper before. Excuse me if this does not go down well. Yeah, there we go. Nice. The close is soft. There's no big detent sound here when it closes. And there's no soft, it's a very soft close sound. It's not a hard clank sound. Very soft. And the opening, subtle, soft sounding. There's a detent right at the start of the open that helps you power your way through it. I am liking that a lot. It is not difficult to open, but I definitely need practice because there's a learning curve here. Now, opening it, the jimping kind of shows through on the scales here, so you can kind of still hold on to it without too much of a problem, which is nice. I think it's hollow ground. It's a short blade, a little bit shorter than my Para 3, I think. Yeah. So here, let me try and That's a pair of 3, and that is the Kizer Feist. Very similar blade length, maybe a little shorter, so probably a little bit more like 2.8, 2.75 inches, something around there. I'm not sure. There's a one sheet somewhere here. But yeah, very nice blade, little hollow ground. Nice and sharp, that's for sure. This point is fragile. I mean, it is pointy. Oh, yeah, that's a very, very, very fine tip. So be careful with that, I guess. Don't drop it as well, because that tip will break on you, without a doubt. But, ooh, just looking at it, this straight line that it follows all the way from the handle down the spine, and it's just one straight piece. The way that it goes straight along the blade here. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. I am absolutely stunned by how wonderfully gorgeous it is. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is a really, really nice blade. I'm a fan of this. It's a skinny blade. It has a nice hollow grind. It is an S35 VN knife as well, so it's definitely not your just whatever steel. So nothing to sniff at, but just look at it. Even the side profile. This thing is a thing of beauty. It is the fanciest knife I own. But look at it. It is just... I'm absolutely enamored. I am blown away. I am enamored by this knife. Oh, it just looks so refined. It is a gentleman's carry for sure, and this looks like it would do really, really well in some, in some slacks, in a suit jacket pocket. You pull it out like a lighter. You just flick it open. Ah, yes, of course. Oh, you've got a loose thread there, ma'am. Here, let me open that up for you. Just, oh. It's very subtle too. The logo is quite subtle. The printing is very subtle on here. So it doesn't give away too much. And when it's closed, it gives away nothing. But just look at it. I'm super excited to carry this. And I am really, really in love with this. Alright, so these have been first thoughts. Obviously, I'll probably have something to say about it later on, but I just can't stop looking at it. Thing of beauty. Absolutely a thing of beauty. You don't buy one of these to abuse it. And let's be honest here. If you're carrying, or if you own more than a few knives, if you have a knife that's like this is man jewelry at its finest. I mean, the level of functionality has gone down. Ergonomics have gone down on it. But just its appearance, its refinement, and the look and feel of it, just different level. I am really in love, guys. This really, I have few words. Anyway, I'm probably just gonna sit here and stare at this for another 20 minutes or so, so I'm gonna let you guys go, but stay tuned. There will be a review, and leave a comment down in the description. I don't know, let me know what your fanciest knife is, I guess. Let me know what your fanciest knife is, or what your gentleman's carry is, and we can have a little discussion about why mine is probably better. Peace.